This month, Kingdom Authority will hold a public information meeting about its recent purchase of the former hospital at Mercy Health's Rockton Avenue campus and the plans that they have for the building.
The meeting is planned for noon September 20th at Kingdom Authority, which now lists its address as 2400 North Rockton Avenue, the site of the former hospital. Organizers say they hope to create an open space for residents, local leaders, and community partners to ask questions and learn more about the vision and purpose behind the new facility. There will be opportunities for questions and feedback as well.